Well, we hear so often how sugar isn't good for you, and we know that high glucose levels are dangerous to diabetics. But could sugar be the answer in helping pancreatic cancer patients survive a deadly disease? Senior health correspondent Monica Robbins reports that's what researchers at UH's Seidman Cancer Center are trying to figure out.
Pancreatic cancer is fatally fast. More than 64,000 will be diagnosed this year. More than 50,000 will die. This cancer typically requires surgery and chemotherapy, except there's a problem.
A lot of the newer drugs that have made it through the approval process for other cancer types that have remarkably improved cancer outcomes for those diseases don't seem to work very well for pancreatic cancer. So we're still stuck with the same old chemotherapeutic drugs.
But a few years ago, they discovered something. Patients with uncontrolled diabetes seem to have an advantage.
Patients who had chemotherapy live longer when they had high blood sugar.
Dr. Winter tested the theory in the lab.
We've done it in carefully designed mouse experiments. And when we see it in every single experiment we've ever run, we've seen this effect. And so the next question is, can we replicate this in patients?
Now he's putting together a clinical trial to test it on pancreatic cancer patients at UH.
The trial design would be to artificially raise their blood sugar and to do it not with gummy bears or candy, but to do it with intravenous glucose infusions. And to do that at the time of chemotherapy infusion.
So if it works, it could save millions of dollars in drug research because glucose is readily available and cheap. They hope to get the clinical trial started by mid-2024. They'll test the theory on patients with advanced pancreatic cancer at UH first, and if the results continue to show promise, they'll expand the study to other cancer centers around the country, Isabel.
Wow, okay, but Monica, let's get something straight here. This does not mean that a pancreatic cancer patient could, let's say, eat a bunch of gummy bears before a chemo appointment and it might work better, right?
Absolutely not. They need to know how much glucose is needed for it to work in humans. And in mice, they found too much can be dangerous. Besides, there's a lot about sugar that may be detrimental to cancer patients. So we need to wait for the research to conclude to find out what works and what doesn't. However, they're also considering testing it in immunotherapy patients as well.
All right, such interesting research here. Monica Robbins in the newsroom. Thank you, Monica.